Alice Ty is a superstar swimmer who won a gold medal at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham last year, just 6 months after having her right leg amputated below the knee. She is now on a mission to recruit 5 ambitious people in Britain to join her on her Optimum Nutrition Channel More project, where they'll undergo expert training to swim across the English Channel. And Alice joins us now. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm excited to be sharing that I'm going to be swimming the channel. It's been a secret, so it's nice to finally get it out.
Yeah. What was it that first inspired you to take on this iconic challenge?
I wanted to push myself, I've done a lot in the pool, and I feel very comfortable in the swimming pool, and I wanted something that was going to push my limits. And when Optimum Nutrition suggested the channel and finding a team of 5 people to swim it with me, I was like, this is perfect. So here I am.
Yeah. Who would you say is the ideal person to join you? Because I guess there's some people that it's maybe not the best idea for them to take part.
I think, you know what, here's the thing, right? We aren't looking for experienced swimmers by any means. We want a team of people who have varying swimming experience. One of the people involved literally said, like, we might be accepting non-swimmers as well. And yeah, so, with any experience you can apply. We just want people who are motivated and determined to unlock more within themselves and come and swim with me. There's going to be a 5-month training program with Professor Greg Whyte, who he trained David Williams, so, he knows what he's doing. Yeah, exactly. So, everyone's going to be well prepared, and it's going to be challenging, of course, but I think that's the whole point. The whole point is the journey towards it, and then the feeling of accomplishment at the end. It's such a huge thing to have gone and done.
Where do you get your determination from? Because, of course, you had your right leg amputated and then just 6 months later won gold at the Commonwealth Games, which sounds almost impossible. And now you're taking on this challenge. It seems like there's no stopping you.
I think some people would say I'm stubborn. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I enjoy pushing myself mentally. I've always been pretty determined. Growing up with my disability, I wasn't always able to do everything the way other people were, so I was always kind of like prone to try and overcome adversities, and it's just kind of translated into my adult life as well, I guess. I'm always looking for more to do, and if I have the opportunity to swim the channel, then yeah, I'm going to take it.
Yeah. What is the best way for somebody to mentally prepare themselves for swimming the channel? Because it's not just about the physical element of actually lasting, it's to do with your mind and not giving up, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know yet. Professor Greg Whyte is going to help me out with that one. So, because I know it's going to be tough, but I think there are going to be obstacles along the way where I realize that it's more challenging than I expect, or something isn't going my way. And I think, everyone who applies and the team that eventually swim with me, it's going to be the same for everyone.
Yeah.
I am by no means an open water swimmer, so I have a lot to learn. Yeah.
And are you all going to be swimming together? Maybe if there's somebody who's a little bit slow, would you wait behind for them, or are you all trying to go as sort of fast as you can each?
So it's being swum as a relay, so we'll all be swimming one at a time. So whilst one person's in the water, the rest of the team will all be supporting them, cheering them on, and also, providing support for everyone involved, because it is going to be tough. And that's one of the great things about the training beforehand. It's expert training, and as well as being able to learn to swim open water and be able to get to a level where we can go and swim the channel as a team, it is also kind of team building, because you don't want to swim the channel with 5 people that you've never met before.
Yeah. And I think we've got Professor Greg Whyte on the line here as well, which is good. So what kind of training will the participants undergo with you?
It's an interesting one, really, because obviously being able to swim is critical. And so in the first instance, it's sort of, for some people, in fact, we are looking for people who it's not all about people who can swim, so potentially people who can't swim. It's initially about learning to swim. Then it's about learning to swim economically and effectively, because we are going to be out in the channel for a very long period of time, and so endurance becomes absolutely crucial. So the economy of swimming is critical. Most of that will take place in the pool initially, but then what we've got to do is take it to open water, and open water is a very different challenge. And particularly when it comes to the sea, it's a different challenge, for a whole host of reasons, really. One is obviously temperature. Is that what we're expecting is that the water temperature is around about 15 degrees centigrade at that time of year. Now, to put that into context, if you fill your bath up with just cold water, you're probably looking at a similar type of temperature. And you've got to stay in there for an hour. So temperature makes a difference, but also actually, the fact is that it is very deep. There's an awful lot of movement on the surface. It is effectively unlike the swimming pool where you can see the bottom. You can't see anything when you're in sea water. So there's lots of sort of unique challenges which go beyond swimming, actually. And so the psychology of it, as well as the physiology, the psychology of it. And then, of course, critically, the nutrition, which is absolutely fundamental, is something that we'll work very hard on to ensure that people not only can start, but can continue going in order to get all the way across.
And how does that work? Because presumably you have a safety boat and the food will be given from that. Do you just have to chuck it in the water and hope they catch it?
So the way we'll be running, effectively what we do is we do what's called a relay. So you're in the water for a period of time, then you're out. Now, we can feed in the water. The critical thing is that with the channel challenge is that you're not allowed to touch the boat whilst you're swimming, and you're not allowed to be touched by anything else. So there's no support available. So generally what we have is a bottle attached to a piece of string that is thrown to you. And there is a cup on the. It's pretty remedial, to be honest. There's a cup on the end of a stick, and in that cup is solid foods that you can then eat. So it is. I mean, it's incredibly simple to some extent, but fundamentally crucial to the success of a challenge is the nutrition we take on board. And notwithstanding that we can often get problems with seasickness. It's a relatively small boat which bobs about an awful lot and is not moving particularly quickly. So making sure we get the nutrition right is absolutely crucial.
I've asked Alice about this earlier, but for you, who would you say is the ideal person to join in on this challenge? I
think anybody who really wants to. I think that's the key to this. I think the one thing that Alice and I can do is that what we can do is we can teach you to swim. We can give you the skills which are required to have a successful attempt at the channel. But really, what we can't do is we can't develop desire. And so if you ask me, all of the challenges, I've looked after 36 sport relief and combat relief challenges. I would say that the one element that you cannot give somebody is the desire. So I think anybody listening, if they really want to do it, if it's something that they've sort of always dreamed about doing, or indeed actually have just thought to themselves, I would really love to do that, then they're the right person for this challenge.
Well, how can we apply and find out more information?
The easiest way is to go onto the website. So it's optimumnutrition.com. And what you can see the sort of story of the challenge itself there. And also what you can do is in order to enter into the draw, you need just to enter a short video of why you want to become part, and there's full explanations on the website, but optimumnutrition.com, and you can get a clear understanding of what the challenge is and also how to enter, and you can enter on the website itself.
Excellent. Well, many thanks to you both for coming on today. It's been great having you here.
Absolute pleasure. Thanks for having us.